Okay, last but not least, we're going to talk about the special quadrilateral, which is just simply a square. A square you would think is pretty simple. In reality, squares got probably the most going on. My generic definition of a square is really just a rhombus with right angles. So here's our properties of a square. Of course, our opposite sides are parallel because a rhombus has to be a parallelogram. And since a square is also a rhombus, that means both sides are going to be parallel. Any pair of consecutive angles are supplementary. All sides are congruent. Diagonals bisect each other. In fact, when the diagonals bisect each other, they bisect as they are a perpendicular bisector, meaning that the intersection of your diagonals are 90 degrees. All my angles are right or 90 degrees, and all my diagonals are congruent. Pretty straightforward when it comes to a square. Y'all been dealing with squares for quite some time. So I'm going to work an example to kind of show you the type of problem I can give you when it comes to a square. So I'm just going to draw a square. And we are going to put my diagonals in there. Now we know that these diagonals bisect this angle as well. I think I forgot to mention that in the properties. And I'm going to tell you, let's see, these are perpendicular bisectors, so those are also 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. I'm going to tell you this angle right here is x squared plus 9. I'm going to ask you to find x. So I'm going to simply just say find x. So seems pretty straightforward, but I've got this pesky square on there. So I'm going to find x. So I know that this angle has to be 90 degrees because it's a square. I'm going to tell you it's a square. So all we're going to do is we're simply going to do x squared plus 9 equals 90 degrees because we know these diagonals intersect at 90 degrees. From here, I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. I get x squared equals 81. Take the square root, which is the opposite of a square. Whenever you do that, you must do a plus or minus in front. The square root of 81. Well, the square root of 81 is nothing more than 9. X equals plus or minus 9. Now, you need to make sure that you're not getting a negative angle. When you plug this in, you should get 90. And in fact, if I plug the negative 9 here, negative 9 squared is 81 plus 9 is 90. And if I plug the 9 here, 9 squared plus 9 squared is 81 plus 9 is 90. So, in fact, both of these are your answer for x. Fairly straightforward using the